people will call your people. Get the fiber for G-MiFi and carry the fiber network with you everywhere and every time.
On those nights I sleep worry-free with Always Ultra. It has a soft, light cotton top layer and absorbs up to 3 times more. No stain, no check for 2 hours. Good night's meal, good morning energy. Good times with my family. Good morning energy, good morning energy. I stay fresh and lively with Always Ultra. Stay happy always.
Flowers this Valentine's? What about a plot for her? Buy her a plot this Valentine's at a discounted price of 179,000 shillings and save 120,000 shillings from AMG Realtors Limited. Nanyuki Gardens Phase 2 is located in an exclusive, lush and serene area of Nanyuki next to Ewasonyiro River and Mount Kenya Wildlife Estate. It has uninterrupted views of Mount Kenya. It is ideal for speculation, holiday homes, farming, campsites, lodges and resorts. Every plot is beaconed. Book a plot with 29,000 shillings and balance in flexible installments. We have a 30-day guarantee on your title deed or your money back. Site visit every Wednesday and Saturday. Open day is this Saturday on the 10th of February 2018. SMS Gardens to 40299. Nanyuki Gardens has been brought to you by AMG Realtors Limited. AMG Realtors. Integrity.
Good evening and welcome to NTV Business. I'm Dan Mwangina. Bamburi Cement Limited has announced the appointment of Sadiq Hassani as the new managing director of the company. Hassani joins Bamburi Cement from Lafarge Holcim Middle East and Africa region, where he was the head of growth and innovation. At the same time, the board has also announced the appointment of Nicholas George as a director at the firm. Now moving on, fruit farmers are set to make more money from their produce if the government approves and registers a natural chemical called hexanol, which slows the ripening of fruits. Now the nanotechnology, which is a product of the University of Nairobi, preserves the quality and the shelf life of the fruits, thereby enabling them to last more than twice as long as they ordinarily would. Fruits rotting and going to waste is a common occurrence in fruit farming because most times the market is not readily available. The University of Nairobi is now offering a solution using a natural chemical called hexanol.
The main benefit of this technology is that it allows the farmers more space, more time to market the produce because it delays the ripening. The beautiful thing about the hexanol is that it actually delays even the loss of vitamin. This technology will also ensure that there's more income, better pricing. Hexanol actually preserves over the longer period the vitamin C, the sugars. You have better quality produce.
The nanotechnology, which is used by either applying directly on harvested fruits or those still on the trees, is being piloted in Machakos and Meru counties.
Ile papai tulinyunyizia hiyo hexanol iliweza kukaa 14 days more than the other one which was not treated.
Wakati nilikuwa nikipuna kama 20 hivi, zilikuwa zingine zinanunuliwa, ingine zinabaki. Lakini wakati nimetumia hexanol, zile zinabaki nakaa naongezea soko hiyo ingine kwa vile ilikuwa inatiki kitu kama 16 days extra ile zingine.
When the offering looks too good, there are inevitably questions that arise, especially in light of the use of chemicals on food.
People would be worried, this technology, how does it impact not just the firmness of the fruit, but also does it affect the internal quality? And the answer is no.
There is a hope for a wider scope of farm produce that can benefit from the technology.
Right now, we've started with papaya and banana. We have a group of farmers who are very interested in tomatoes in Machakos. And I think one of the farmers today also was wondering whether they can even try in tea. So the answer is we are still at the experimental stage.
The chemical is yet to be registered and opened up for public use, but the scientists are looking to the Kenya Plant Health Inspectorate Service, KEFIS, and the Kenya Agricultural and Livestock Research Organization, KALO, to facilitate the process and open the fruitful opportunity to farmers. Kenya Women Holding will now be known as Eco Network Africa's company CEO Jennifer Riria says the move was necessitated by the need to address quote confusion between KWFT Bank and the Kenya Women Holding. The Kenya Women Holding, which is the mother company of the Kenya Women Finance Trust, has over 400,000 women members across the country and provides non-financial services to women entrepreneurs to enable them improve their economic status. This name change was announced at a members' extraordinary general meeting. It has now been a few weeks since the October, November, December short rain season ended, and as the country struggles to recover from the impacts of last year's drought, it is not all smiles all over the country. The National Drought Management Authority, NDMA, reports that many parts of the dryland still remain dry, hungry and desperate. It is only the second month of the year, with the long rains predicted to be a little over a month away, but the NDMA has already flagged Isiolo, Garissa and Tana River counties, citing failed rains in the short rain season. Zena Bondati tonight focuses on Isiolo County, where parts of the county haven't seen even a drop of rain since the year 2014 and needs food assistance. That's on Food Friday.
Food Friday is brought to you by National Drought Management Authority in financial support of the European Union.
October 2017, Isiolo County. It's a Sunday, but the ground is still a little damp from the rain 2 days earlier. Despite the dampness, the air is tainted by the smell of rotten flesh. The sudden heavy rain caught many herders unawares, and overnight, hundreds of animals died of hypothermia.
When there's heavy rain, the temperature changes abruptly.
It's actually very hard to prevent such, because you could see here is plain. But what pastoralists normally do is that when they see there is some rain, they actually go to their nearest manyatta where they can be able to shelter them.
It has been a tough few months for Isiolo. As pockets of the county received rain in the recently ended short rain season, most of it remained dry, hot, and barely able to sustain the people. In fact, areas such as Markadaka have not seen any rain since 2014.
Wanyama imekufa kwa wingi, haswa kondoo na ng'ombe. Ile ambayo inastamili kidogo ni gamia, na hata gamia imeanza kufa moja moja sasa hivi.
Nilikuwa na 50 mbeleni before drought. Sasa nimepoteza 30 of them, nimebakisha 20 nyumbani na zenye ambao ni weak sana kabisa.
Isiolo County was listed among the 23 counties that were in extreme drought, and the National Drought Management Authority says that it spent more than 100 million shillings on an intervention plan for the county, a plan that included distribution of drought pellets for the livestock and off-taking the weak animals.
Ndio sasa hawa njao ambao mnawaona hapa, wakati huo walikuwa wiki kabisa, wengine hata wanaanza kukufa, vile wanatembea ndio wanakufa. Sasa tukaleta hawa njao hapa, tukaanza kuwapatia pellets. Sasa ndio unaona sasa hali ya mwili pia wamekuwa sawa sasa.
Kwa hivyo yangu maombi ni ile ile, serikali atuongezee chakula hata binadamu, kwa sababu wanyama hata ukikosa, najua kama binadamu yuko hai utapata.
Merti in Isiolo North constituency is one of the worst hit areas of drought here in Isiolo County. And what is happening behind me here, this is a destocking program whereby the communities affected by drought are able to present their animals for slaughter. And today we have about 15 cows and 30 goats that are being slaughtered. And for every animal that is presented, the owners of those herds are paid 15,000 shillings for every cow and 2,000 shillings for every goat or sheep.
Hapa tunagawiwa kwa manyata. Tuko na manyata 16 ambao kwa kila manyata tuko na beneficiaries moja ya kuuza. Alafu ile nyama inachinjwa, ile ng'ombe inachinjwa, huwa inagawiwa kwa manyata ambao tuko na beneficiary, wale wananufaika kwa hiyo nini program, watu 9 kwa ng'ombe.
Slaughter destocking, this is an exercise that is meant to actually help pastoralists who are almost losing their livestock as a result of drought. So far, we've slaughtered 1,500 shots, that is goats and sheep, and 500 heads of cattle, so which is costing us 12 million.
The heat of the drought has not only led to animal deaths, but also left the ground dusty, thirsty and barren, forcing the pastoralists to travel farther and farther away in search of water, putting them in direct conflict with communities in neighboring counties. As part of the intervention, the NDMA says that water tracking has been scaled up, and in some cases, the Kenya Defence Forces has extended a helping hand in delivering fresh water to primary schools and other places that are easily accessible to the communities.
This is Dogogicha in Merti Sub-County in Isiolo County, one of 6 other strategic boreholes that are only open during times of drought in order to allow the pastoralists to bring their livestock and be able to water their animals. Now, all these animals you see here have not had a drink in several days, and so they are able to come here after every 3 days or so to be able to come and drink, and they can't be allowed to come every day, so that to give room for all other livestock. The water that comes out of this borehole is considered to be way too salty and unfit for human consumption, yet the animals drink it.
This borehole serves more than 1,000 households and 10,000 animals, and the community says that using it only in times of extreme drought helps to ensure that the water doesn't run out. In its monthly drought early warning bulletin, the NDMA reports that while most of the country is greening again and recovering from the drought, Isiolo County, together with parts of Garissa and Tana River, have shown zero signs of recovery, with vegetation cover deteriorating and getting worse by the day. And as the country looks forward to the long rain season in March, these 3 counties will once again be appealing for help to feed the people and save the livestock. Zainab Wandati, NTV, for Food Friday.
Food Friday is brought to you by National Drought Management Authority in financial support of the European Union.
The governors of Kericho and Bomet are raising issue with the imposition of a 32 shilling cess by Mombasa County on every package of tea destined for export through the port of Mombasa. But according to the East African Tea Trade Association, the governors are bringing up a matter that no longer exists since the problem has already been addressed. Alex Mwangi reports.
It was a matter that seemed destined to put Mombasa County on a collision course with tea-producing counties in the country. A levy of 32 shillings on every package of tea destined for export through the port of Mombasa. The governors of Kericho and Bomet brought up the matter today, not knowing that it had already been addressed last week by Mombasa County and the East African Tea Trade Association.
Where our farmers feel the pinch and they ask us to express our concern, this is what we do, and this is exactly what we did this morning as governors from the tea growing areas. We believe that this cess should not be levied at the port. This move will also lead to double taxation across various counties to the detriment of the tea value chain. For this reason, the governors from tea growing counties will be engaging our counterpart from Mombasa County to see that this burden is not borne by the farmers.
So ours is to really encourage our counterpart from Mombasa that this is not going to be taken lying down. This is the livelihoods of the people that we represent.
On the matters to do with Mombasa agricultural producers, I would say that is a matter that has been resolved. I know this was becoming another big concern because Mombasa County was charging 32 shillings per package, which was coming to about 12,000 shillings per lorry. That, I would say, is resolved. We had a discussion with the CEC concerned with trade, and they have agreed that so long as we furnish the list of the lorries that are carrying tea, that will not be charged.
The incident points to the need by the governors and other leaders of similar stature to exercise prudence in attending to the grievances of those they represent before going to the media to react. Alex Mwangi, NTV.
The week, business and myself, all done. Have yourself a good night, but coming up.
introducing a bill which will see bar owners pay rehabilitation fees for alcoholics if approved. Now, the bill, which is in the drafting stage by the executive before it is taken to the assembly for approval, will ensure bar owners and alcoholic dealers pay some money on top of the license fees, which will be used to treat and rehabilitate people who are addicted. This follows an outcry over the increase in alcoholism. Martin Waura with more details.
In 2016, the Murang'a County government used millions of shillings in rehabilitating thousands of people who had been reduced to zombies by alcohol. According to Murang'a Governor Mwangi Wairia, the county government cannot continue to spend money meant for development projects in rehabilitating people destroyed by alcohol. Wairia said the problem of excessively alcohol abuse is slowly coming back, and the people in alcohol industry will bear the cost of paying for rehabilitation.
I've instructed my finance department to adjust our finance bill and put a levy which we are going to discuss and agree on and immediately have it approved, and that will be specifically alcohol rehabilitation levy. Anybody selling alcohol in this county will be paying that levy.
He at the same time castigated the local security team for being reluctant in fighting alcoholism, saying his administration will increase inspectorate officers to crack down people who will be found contravening the county alcohol laws.
I want to repeat once more, we can't have people who are waiting for the president to say, then they think that the president now has forgotten. Until the president speaks again, we cannot sustainably deal with the issue of alcohol. That is a shame.
Murang'a County Bar and Hotel Owners Association members said they were yet to get information on the new directive issued by the county government. According to James Waweru, the association chair, there is already an existing law that established a similar fund through the liquor license fee.
What is bringing contradictions is the business community, some of them feeling like they'll be double taxed. But I don't believe that is the direction that the county wants to take. Otherwise, we want to support the initiative by the county to deal with excess alcoholism in the county.
Most of our young people have gone wasted. Very talented youths have gone wasted out of alcoholic content, whereas the bar sellers and the alcoholic sellers are taking home a lot of profits.
Residents say there is need for concerted efforts to reduce alcoholism in the region.
Tunashukuru gavana wetu na wakishikana hata na magavana wengine wasaidia wananchi namna hiyo ili tusiwe na vijana ambaye wanalewa kiholela na county itakuwa.
Reporting for NTV from Murang'a, I am Martin Maura.
Taking a short break, but before we do, news just in of evacuation of patients currently going on at Tenwek Mission Hospital, that's in Bomet County. This is after a fire broke out in the hospital's kitchen and restaurant sections. The cause of the fire still not known. On that note, let's take a short break. Sports news coming up next with Edmond Nyabola.
Kenyan Sabrina Wanjiku Simada raised the Kenyan flag very high at the opening ceremony of the 2018 Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang, South Korea. Alongside chef de mission Philippe Boit and her coaches, Sabrina proudly waved the Kenyan flag as she made her way. Leopards have issued a rallying call to fans to turn up in numbers for their Continental Club matches this weekend. The KPL champions play Equatorial Guinea champions Leones Vegetarianos in the CAF Champions League preliminary round at the Kenyatta Stadium in Machakos tomorrow, while AFC Leopards clash with Fossa Juniors in the CAF Confederations Cup at the Bukungu Stadium, Kakamega, on Sunday.
Equatorial Guinea champions Leones Vegetarianos have trained at the Kenyatta Stadium, Machakos, the venue of Saturday's CAF Champions League preliminary first-round match against Kenya Premier League champions Gor Mahia. Gor Mahia tactician Dylan Kerr says he hopes his team can keep a clean sheet on Saturday in order to make it easier for the Kenyan champions in the return leg in 2 weeks' time.
As I keep saying to my players, take what we do on the training field into the game on Saturday. The game should be a conclusion for a Gor Mahia win. But sometimes I think the nerves, the excitement of the game, it tends to work against us.
Mostly kitu tusumbua hapa Kenya si uona ni hiyo calendar, because kuna tu huko North Africa na West Africa sana sana wana train ligi yao inaendelea na sisi nayo tunatoka holiday. So kasa hii tumecheza game 3, maybe hao hatujui wamecheza game ngapi maybe. Alafu hatuna kopia hiyo team, so hatuwajui pia. Lakini tutaihandle tuka team nyingine.
Meanwhile, GoTV Shield champions AFC Leopards went through the drills as they geared up for their CAF Confederations Cup preliminary round first leg tie against Madagascar's Fossa Juniors. Head coach Robert Matano says the team is prepared adequately for the match and that they're going for nothing short of a home victory.
Ndio tunaprepare, ndio sababu tuko hapa. Ni muhimu kwetu na tunajiandaa vizuri. Tunataka kucheza vizuri, tushinde sababu tuko nyumbani. Itatusaidia sana tukienda away tarehe 21.
Go ready kwa hii game, tumejiandaa fiti according to the instruction na tizi tumefanyishwa na coach. Tumejiandaa poa sana, tuna hope for the best.
Their opponents who arrived on Thursday also trained at the match venue on Friday. Fossa Juniors coach Bob Kutfit said Ingwe are a strong opponent, but his team will give their best.
Kickoff for both matches will be 3 o'clock, and the gates, as per CAF regulations, will close at 2:30. So we're appealing to all fans to come into the stadium, both stadiums, from between 11 and 2:30.
And the match will kick off at 3 p.m, with tickets being sold on the match day at a cost of 500 shillings for VIP and 300 shillings for the terraces. Sean Carter-Villas, NTV.
And to some news we are excited about here at NTV, because we will be right in the thick of match day 2 of the Kenyan Premier League this weekend by airing live the match between Kariobangi Sharks and Vihiga United on Sunday. The match will be played at the Kenyatta Stadium in Machakos and promises to be an exciting fixture as Vihiga seeks their first win in top flight. The match will be played from 2 p.m. ahead of the match between Mathare United and Zoya Sugar at the same venue. There will be 2 more matches on Sunday as Ulinzi Stars travel to Awendo to face Sony Sugar and Tusker entertain Posta Rangers at Ruaraka, both teams seeking their first 3 points. Match day 2 kicks off on Saturday with Bandari seeking a second win when they host Chemelil at Mbaraki in Mombasa. Kakamega Homeboys will be seeking to inflict a second defeat to Sofapaka when they play in Mumias as Nakumatt takes on Thika United at Ruaraka. And this is actually what to expect this Sunday as NTV airs its first Kenyan Premier League match between Kariobangi Sharks and Vihiga United.
Sharks will be seeking their second successive win in the Premier League when they host newcomers Vihiga on Sunday. Can the new boys stop the Sharks and get their first Premier League win? Follow the Premier League action live from Machakos on NTV. Kariobangi Sharks versus Vihiga United.
See you on Sunday. Joshua Makori will be on commentary. Hundreds of athletes from the 18 teams will compete during the national cross-country trials at the Uhuru Gardens, Nairobi, early Saturday morning. The athletes attended an anti-doping seminar today, which was conducted by the anti-doping agency in collaboration with Athletics Kenya. The exercise will be used to select the national team that will represent Kenya at the 5th Africa Cross-Country Championships in Clef, Algeria on March the 17th. African champions James Lungaru and Ali Saprot are in the list of competitors. That also includes 2013 World Cross-Country Champion Jafet Korir and World 5,000 meters champion Helen Obiri, among others. Now, two potentially explosive matches in Nairobi highlight the Kenya Cup tomorrow. Struggling Mwamba against Nondis at the Railway Club, while Impala clash with Nakuru RFC also at Impala. In other matches, Homeboys will be looking to consolidate second place on the log as they host Black Blood at the Jamhuri Park. Leaders KCB travel to the coast for a relatively straightforward encounter against Mombasa RFC. Kabras Sugar play at the Kisii Showground in Kisumu, with the Sugarmen aiming to bounce back from defeat to Homeboys last weekend. KCB lead the table with 39 points, followed by Homeboys with 34, while Kabras are third, 1 point behind the DJs. Kabras Sugar play Kisii at the Kisumu Showground. Leipzig's top 4 credentials are set for a thorough examination when they surprise package Augsburg visit the Red Bull Arena tonight in the Bundesliga. Tomorrow at 5:30 p.m., Marco Reus is in contention to make the squad for Borussia Dortmund's meeting with relegation-threatened Hamburg.
Yeah, where's that from?
Equatorial Guinea champions.
Okay.
I guess they are vegetarians. Find out tomorrow on
All right.
Top Spot.
Thanks for watching. I'm Victoria Rubediri. Thank you to Flora Ateno, our sign language interpreter.
My name is Edmond Nyabola. What's coming up?
The Trend with Amina.
All right, and tomorrow is Top Spot. My name is Edmond Nyabola. Good night.
niokota love nitupe. Kasabun usinifungie cause I belong na nikana usiniloka usinifungie cause I belong na nikana ati uko kini yoga ine makeno adoga nitana so mingi bakana lipe sakodi ni pay forgiveness bless me sitaki kwenda ni naogopa kuokoka alafu pull up run the next one my G run the next one one time first time mtu wangu jump up la so kuna vile wewe ufanya vitu tu ukitembea huku nyuma baby hauna pimple lako ni hey baby girl kuna vile wewe ufanya vitu tu ukitembea huku nyuma baby hauna pimple lako ni so fige yako safi si lazima atewe baki top unakwanga juu usisuke baki top taka uni bless ni kama wewe ni pop alafu nipepere mende kama candy sapu unanipa diabetes mbona unafanya ngana sekwa na mafeeling tena unafanya ngana hepanga na meeting hapo niko missing niko kokotoma hey wenye wivu wanataka kukucheki ukiga wanataka kunicheki nimebaki alone hawataki kutucheki tunatenga home girl kuna vile wewe ufanya vitu tu ukitembea huku nyuma baby hauna pimple lako ni run the next one. Hey, yo, T that one, bro. Nasikia kasabundi wanatesa buda. Okay. Kasabunu, and your place to make grow kasabuni. And your place na come from kasabuni. In your place in anino. Kabla uja do anytime make it body. Turn it. Oyole. Domali mimi nina stay. Oyole. This way you gon' find me every day. Oyole. I will not care what they say. Kayole to put me on a grave. It's a bit due to tea. You seen the maji. Na ukitaka pesa, I got it on me. Hatunanga pressure, you know who we be. Now everybody get up, girl. Hands in the air, say get up. Put them up everywhere, go get up. Everybody get up. I go by the OG, the number one. Hey. I wanna take you high, but you're not taking, so I'll take it slow. Kayole 1960. And after we touch the sky, then maybe later I can take you home. So now I pick your tendons to me watch a villa. Some of them I hate, cause about we keep it villa. It's just the wanna be when they look into the mirror. Sissy, you're my killer. Hey, Kasabunu, and your blessing me grow. Kasabunu. Ndiyo bless na come from Kasabuni. Ndiyo blessing anino. Come out at you want it to make everybody talking about Oyole. I want to go no Yole. Turn it to no Yole. I will not care what they say. Kayole till they put me on the grave. Who keep him around the Magisani corridor? Who could Nikuba Buddha Nikungorito? Who the Toandula was a taking young in Yona? Who the taking you was a taking Morino? I took a bezo. Tuna tomato kitana. Tuna meditate tukicheki wasichana polisi wanakuja kusumbua tu vijana. So bring it kama una noma buda basi unaweza bring it kama ni biashara pia unaweza tu bring it kama nigga super bring it tunajua flex baby girl bring it ejoko zona futa super glue pogo wa yera liko utadu Vascanino mama dan Kasabunu and your blessing me grow Kasabunu Ndiyo bless na come from Kasabuni Ndiyo blessing anino kama utajua nitame Oyole awatoka no yole Kayole till they put me on the grave. Nyitindo tagore Nimine tagore Kila mutu tagore ya Hola Nimine tagore Kila mutu tagore walitisha kolabo tukawasho wataipata soon. Chopping chats from July mpaka June. Engineer chopping that chapa June. Juraundi Kayole imefika Kasabuni. fire burn, but the wagwan. See that Papa John's name a bad man. And one time pretty farm man, all the pretty shorts. Hey, girl, what a bam bam. Hey. Well, bouncing baby. Kasabuni. Hey, Kasabuni. In the place in Anino.
Oh, you little, oh, you let. Oh, you let. Big tune. Big tune. That's a big tune though. I need to go to Kasabun. I think that should be my next destination. Sindio, hashtag travel diaries, hashtag Amina in Kasabun. Mambo vipi though, and welcome to The Trend. My name is Amina Abdi Rabar. Super excited to finally be on air. We were like, oh my God, are we gonna have a show next week? And here we are, so we're very, very happy. And now we actually don't take that for granted. The hashtag is Hey Amina. Of course, on the other side, who's gonna be telling us what is happening on social media, we have the one and only Christine Mayama. So she's going to be telling us what you are saying on social media. However, it's going to be a cray-cray show. For that to happen, our guest lineup is absolutely amazing. So let's take a look at who's going to be on the show.
Baby, you inspire me, inspire me, inspire me.
Baby, you inspire me. We thought he inspires. He's the one who, you know, people take inspiration from. But Nameless is going to be here in His House. Hey. Do you something? I know the words. Anyway, he's the only artist in Kenya who seems to be allergic to shots. Rapping his hood Kasabun to that is here. The biggest hip-hop artist in South Africa, born as Senzo Mfundo Vilakazi. We will be hanging out with the amazing South African rapper and songwriter Kwasa. All right, so now every Friday we do this thing where we share a picture and then Sonia Osemwe Cheki, alafu the most creative caption gets to walk away with something here on the show. So it's what we call the meme challenge. So take a look at our meme challenge today. So this is a picture. Alafu utuambie tu yani we caption yako ni gani, and then the most creative one, the most hilarious one gets to be, you know, the winner and walks away with something. Sasa hiyo ni nini? Unajua kuna vitu zingine by this happening tu hapa. Yani it's just I don't know. If you know, if Miguna you're watching from the first world, does that happen there or not? Anyway, the hashtag is Hey Amina. Nasiju kwa unacheka timiti that. It's true. It's true. Hizo vitu zina happening tu kwetu.
We are blessed.
We are though.
Yes.
We really are blessed.
We are blessed.
Yes. And you're blessed. You're doing so good right now.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's God's work.
Manze.
Yeah.
Hadi nywele memea sana.
I'll see later hizo. Amina jo. Facts on fire.
Anyway, sasa tuko na mic. So unaona wengine wenye wamevaa kwa shati.
So hii ni gayani ama? Hii ni ya kuperform si ndio? Wacha nisunde backyard.
Sasa si watu wameona mali umeiwe.
Asi watajua hii ni ya kuperform, so hii tunaisunda backyard, mngoje time ya performance.
Backyard.
Tutaperform Wembe later na will be okay. Kuna tole request kwa social media, so we'll do that. Baadaye lakini tunaisunda backyard kwa sasa.
Yeah, hiyo pati hoteli nani atimba JR. Light skin things.
See, light skin things.
Yeah.
Softy things happen.
Yeah, JR.
Microwave things.
Welcome to the studio, Timmy.
Thank you.
You have a lot of energy.
I appreciate it.
This has always been you? Okay. So, haikuwa kitu ulipata?
Hapana, zizi. I think nilizaliwa tu na manze positive energy always. Unajua kuna bro wangu aliniambia niaje, sometimes naogopanga kukuambia juu na feeling ni kama sometimes he believe in God. Why? Because kuna positive energy na negative energy. Unanifeel? So kama wewe ni mtu kufanya tu negative, una attracting negatives na come back kwako na life yako inakuwa tu negative na kuna progress una make.
Yeah.
Kama wewe ni msedu positive energy nini hata wasio kidunini, lakini wewe ni msem positive unafanya vitu yani positive, unasaidia wasee ama wewe ni msero safi, zina come back at you alafu una progress. And I feel so always positive energy.
Positive vibes.
Positive vibe
Positive
always.
vibes. Are you that careful about people who you hang around with?
Yeah, definitely, because you know, wase wanakuja jingi na wale wase una hang out now.
That's true. Nimeona siku uki hang out na Shafi. Is that part of the squad? Akina Juma.
Big up Juma 6667777. Big up Shafi Weru Jeshingori sana.
6667777 ni
ndo jina yake. Handle yake sijui inamaanisha nini, but Juma handle yake ni Juma 6667777, sijui inamaanisha nini.
Sasa unaweza stories za Illuminati zinaanzanga hivyo?
Illuminati iliisha. Hakunaga Saito.
Haiko?
Nothing. Saito hata nguvu jaja ni mbad.
You know, lazima tuongelee hii story kwa sababu Otile alikuwa part of this squad. Kwa mabeshte for a long time. Hadi mkafanya ngoma kila.
Heavy tune, baddest. Yeye ni number 0 kwa 254. Si number 1, number 0. Iko jua 1.
Kasayole iko wapi?
Kasayole yani, Kasayole inabidi kwa negative kitu fulani jisadio ni bad yani. But na appreciate my fans pia ndio wana make mangoma zinakuwa big.
So Otile, you know, you guys were allegedly in a fight. Tukachekika videos, juka tuko nayo tuicheze.
Uko nayo? Kama uko nayo mnaweza icheza. Sijaiona, nimekuwa nikiona wasa wanasema jo kuna video fulani nini.
Ukuiona?
Mimi sikuona, lakini anaza apologize ya president. President likaa vibaya kutana na nini? Na jab.
So iko publicity stunt. Sisi tunafikiria manze, yani hiyo ngoma sijui gani mnataka kutoa. See, of course unajua, because a lot of artists do that. So it was a real scuffle. It was a real fight.
No, I think unajua so my guy Otile Brown tulikuwa pale mezani tunadishi nini na nini, so I think alikuwa na phone call, so akaishia nje, but alikam akirudi ndani akaniambia niaje mzee, hebu come through. I mean kafikiria ni zile 100 zile positive vibes, so nikisha pale nje nikasikia nini na nini, nikaona pia kuna kainzi kwa macho yake, nikadisa you're my guy, kuna inzi natembea kwa macho yako, let me just remove that inzi off. I feel
nini ulikuwa unatoa?
Nilikuwa natoa inzi.
Na ukaumia mkono?
Nilikuwa natoa inzi. I think that inzi was too strong, you know. So
hebu fanya hivi mkono. Hebu chekini.
Prezo had to come.
Sasa ukupigwa.
Amina watu wa ghetto wapiga.
Onyesha mkono.
Watu wa ghetto wapiga yangu.
So it was reportedly about a video vixen.
Who said that?
The blog said that. So you are to refute the claims.
Blogs has to make money.
So ilikuwa ni vako. Walisema ni dem alikuwa video vixen,
alafu
ukahit and quit it, alafu Otile komele kudem alikuwa anataka kudie tu dem, alafu ukatoa
inzi. Amina, lakini ungangamtiaje? Ungekuwa na mapua bigi tungekuita mnozi. Ama wewe nafaa kukupatia stalking, join stalk.
So it wasn't about a girl.
Nothing.
What was it about? Can you tell us?
Small. I think it's just small misunderstanding.
Yeah, but you guys know each other a long time. Why didn't you just talk it out? There's the video, by the way.
Where's the video? Oh, lad.
Lad of mercy.
Lad.
Yeah. So
lad. Poor Prezo. Prezo alikuwa tipsy kidogo. Prezo sikuwa referee ukiwa tipsy. Alikutana na kitu fulani, yani I think alidoze kidogo.
So it is courtesy of Mpasho, of course I have to say that.
Alright, give credits.
So Shafi ndo akakaa, manze Shafi ndo alikuwa referee nini.
Mambo beard ilibidi jo come through nini na nini. But apologize to my fans when you labda umeipata negative and feel. But these things do happen. I mean, just vile tulikuwa nimesema, we ain't fighting. Vile alikuwa ameniita nini na nini, alafu kulikuwa na kainzi area fulani nikadecide manze buda you are so fly, inzi zinafanya kwa face yako, let me just get off that inzi. Then inzi I think ilienda kwa sura Prezo
ukaenda
inzi.
You're so silly though. But anyway, so same mesikizana ama bado imekuwa ni vibe?
I don't want to talk about that right now. Let's not break the vibe. Let's just keep the positive vibe going. Yes.
I hope I see you guys back together again.
Please keep on hoping. Keep on hoping, Amina. As you play OD on Kasayole vibe.
Yes, let's talk about Kasayole. Big tune. OD dance ulicheki na Nameless.
Manze muliwe, alafu nataka kuvunja Nameless. Unajua Nameless manze, hizo manamba zimeendaenda.
Yeah.
So
He's coming on the
Monski
show.
sigo bajo. Cheki. Sini mabeste bado walipost hiyo video, I appreciate.
Yeah. Hiyo collab will happen. I know you and Kali are friends too.
Yeah, me and Kali are friends from back in the days. But unajua Kali alikuwa na kutoka kina Magic, sasa kaka boy.
Yeah.
Buda unaenda wapi wewe? I'm just back there like it's sawa tutapatana hapo hivyo kwa lift.
Yeah.
And feel.
Yeah.
But I think alifeel vibe ya mine, alifeel vibe yake. And then vile hii ideally nikamia, niliona like na need to represent hood ya mine. And then kabla ufanye ngoma na msee lazima nilikuwa naangalia msee pia hood yake, yani ana feel 100 vile tu mimi, unaona? So nikaona kuna time alikuwa ana represent sana Kayole, unaona? So nikaona yuko proud na hood yake same way vile niko proud na hood ya mine, unaona? So nikaona ni msee anaweza come through kwa ngome ikuwe heavy zaidi. Nikasema manze big man.
Meka quality. So ni wapi sasa ndio quality? Ni Kasabuni ama ni Kayole?
Kasabuni ndio ngori zaidi. Pale ni place yani haujatoa njumu na washatoa socks. Uone imagine place ina gani? Wametoa socks.
Na wajatoa viatu.
Wajatoa viatu. Alafu unachiki vile hapa hivi Nairobi kuko. Maboys wanavutanga glue. Kasabuni wanavutanga super glue.
Oh.
Clean things.
Because of how
ni Kasabuni ni safe, it's clean.
Yeah.
So lazima uvute tu super glue.
Yeah.
Au vuti maglue hapa zinafanya. Unajua kuvuta glue inafanya una drag unakuwa dogo.
Yeah.
But super glue on point.
So, you know, people often forget, you know, where they came from, nini. Do you ever really think about where you did come from, Timmy? So now Timmy T that started by collecting garbage and used to make 100 bob a weekend, that's 400 bob a month.
Umeweka hiyo kitu kwa kichwa Amina.
Manze, kwa sababu ni inspiring. Alafu sasa uko na my endorsements manze Timmy.
Jaja. Side no endorse Eddie Stuff, big up yourself, vodka mpya. Tuko na Pace, my earphones na my headphones. What else?
Blaze.
Kuna Blaze hapa, juzi tumemaliza hapa Drink Responsibly, sponsored by EABL. Na bado kuna vitu big things na come na watu zikwe na hiyo surprise element yani. Hakuna kuangushana this year. Yes.
Kuna kitu kingine tulikuwa tunaongelea inaitwa #PayModelsKE, ilikuwa ina trend Twitter, sijui kama ulicheki, ni juu ya wase tu kutolipwa generally. Unaona venye wewe ni msanii, unaenda unalipwa na high five, unalipwa na chipo, unalipwa na makofi.
But hiyo ilikuwa kitambo, sisi kwetu hiyo ilikuwa kitambo, like niaje manzi tunakupatia platform, tunakupatia stage, lakini msako na budget. So you need platform gani? Everyone is talking about you. Una need platform gani? Una need kunilipa, mimi nikulete wase na ni wa entertain. Na ni feel mazima promoter wacheni hizo story ya platform. Platform hiyo ni yako, umeweka stage hapo for artists to perform. Useme ati umeweka hapo ndio watu wapate sijui platform ama nini. Wao msamifikaje hapo? Ana need kudunga poa. Mani feel ana need labda kama ni ngata gari yake ama Uber ama whatever, kama anatumia ma3 manini na nini, ana need kufika hapo poa. Unaona? Ana need akue different na mafans, anafaa kuwe clean. So at least peana tu atatoken yani. Mambo ya platform iliisha kitambo. Kama ulikuwa na budget ya sound, ulikuwa na budget ya stage, ulikuwa na budget ya security, mbona una budget ya msee anafaa kusimama kwa stage?
Exactly. Unafaa walipwe, ati unalipwa na exposure.
Hapana,
na kama exposure italipa. Tambia landlord ni
aje? Landlord amebisha anambia landi. Hii by the pia ni exposure na kupea. Unajua mimi ni artist na ishiko plot yako. Watu wakijua ni ishiko plot yako, mwanzo hiyo plot yako ni noma zaidi. Haiwezi. Hapana, haiwezi.
Oh my god. Anyway, Christine, what are people saying on social media? The hashtag is Amina. Tuambie.
Manzo wasini enjoy. Wasome to enjoy X.
Hawaja kuenjoy usijali. The first one here from Mr. Harry, anasema nice show Amina, having to meet that on the show, fight a piano positive vibe. Nice. Hata hiyo ni positive vibes. Abi Amusolo anasema leo Timitidat amevaa nguo, ametoka kula pilao wapi ama ametoa mahari wapi?
Budo kwani ndo ndede wapi yani?
Unakuanga uvai shati chini. Shida iko wapi?
Basi kasi vai shati nimevaa t-shirt, shida iko wapi? Kama vest.
Hakuna, ni kwa sababu naendanga gym, si ndio?
Kwa gym, unajua lakini kwa gym lazima uvae vest.
Okay.
Sawa.
I don't work out. Anyway, but Christine, what else?
Yes, all right. Vile tunajaribu kuelewa beef ya Timmy na Otile. Clearly.
We are on the fence.
Muso items. Just follow so items.
All right, and on the meme challenge, the first one here from Tony saying, calendar iko February, lakini tabia bado ziko pale January.
I like that one.
Yes,
Tony.
keep them coming and use the hashtag meme challenge and we'll award the winner at the end of the show. And the last one here is from Douglas Kiplangat saying, he's on your nazo. Timmy, you look good, boy. You can do well in gospel music.
Lad, big up Martin and Willie Paul, now come through.
All right, okay. All right, so thank you so much, Christine. The hashtag is hey Amina. All right, so sasa tricky. So this is what we're gonna do, right? So you're very competitive, ni kweli? Unapenda kushinda?
Of course.
We win all day, every day.
But me compete na myself though.
Yeah. Okay. So sasa leo uta compete na mimi.
Kudunini Amina, kuongea siwezi kushinda.
Asante sana.
Utiaji siwezi.
Hakuna kitu kama.
Usororaji siwezi. Na kuingiza na box siwezi. Na unoziness ni vile uko na kama pua kadogo na mapua bigi tukikuta very nosy girl.
Hakuna kitu kama hiyo.
Na bado jueni stalker. Uko na stalking?
Niko Anyway, listen, so I want us to play something, right? So I just want us to play because there's so many positive vibes. So
positive vibes only.
Nataka tu tucheze twende.
Okay.
And then we're going to see who's going to win this game. Even though I think it's going to be me.
Ni kukunywa kitu, mimi kunywa zote.
Mimi ni winner. Come nikushow. Come, pita hapa. Kuja.
Fimbo ya grandpa na grandpa iliisha last week but one.
Bedo ulikuwa grandpa? Ama iko ni?
Mimi.
Visita kwa wapi sasa?
V6 ndakugia namba yake.
Please utanipatia. Nilikuwa nafikiria nini mabeshte manze. Sawa. So this is how this game is played. Sawa.
Okay.
So, mkono moja hapa nyuma. Unaeka kikombe unaingiza pale chini. Lakini usiangalie sana, seti nimesema na draw. Inafaa ingie hivi.
Wewe ni rehearse.
Uko siku rehearse sawa. Ndio ile yako. So ishia. Uko ready? When you're ready cause we're no guest. So you go first. Are you ready?
Ladies first. I'm a gentleman. Ladies first. Inje.
Haya ngoja.
Inje.
Hakuna usimbe kitu kama hiyo.
Kikombe inje. Inje.
Haya sawa enda.
Niko na yangu.
Enda sawa. Okay great. So now JR uko na ngoma hapo ya Timitida tunaweza kuangusha. Wache 1 2 let's okay why can't I see it? Ai kwa nini zangu zinaanguka?
Hii yangu mliweka aje? Hii game mlijua tu ni
sikujua unajua nilikuwa nimeambiwa unapenda chai. So nikeka hiyo kwanza hata sijui nimeangushaje. JR unaona tu kitu imeandikwa play. Ifinye tu. It's okay. Unajua mimi napenda ngoma. So I think ukiweka ngoma nitaanza. What? Did you just
no, ile imeanguka nje sijui nini.
I can't
unata moja yani.
Wewe
uwezi Amina cheki. Ama zenye ziko chini ziko. Mimi na try.
No, that's not what you do. You're supposed to be so high up.
Mbona tunaanguka chini mingi hivi?
Mimi sijui kwa nini yangu.
Amina, hii game wewe ulichagua. This is a very wrong choice of. Unaiba. Amina unaiba. Stop stealing. Amina stop stealing.
Hapana, nilikuwa na record hizo zingine kwa sababu zangu zimeisha. Hapana.
Hapana.
Wait. Why are they refusing? All of them.
Stop that. Mbona mimi ndo nimewekewa fimbo ya grandpa?
Sasa kwa nini zimekataa?
Unataka pia mimi fail kama grandpa? Unataka pia
sikusema uinameuka.
Lakini hata nikiinama haiwezi.
Ni kwa sababu wewe ni mfupi. Unakaribia chini. Hakuna mimi mrefu sana.
Ufupi is the best thing.
Hiki tu ni kama niko kutolea huko.
Amina, ufupi is the best thing.
There we go. So I have just
Amina, ufupi. Money has been poured.
Money. Acha nikuulize.
Amina, unasemaje?
The very first question uliniambia Amina usini.
Do we have timing here? What is mbona unatukomboka ni nini? Do we have timing here?
Ulisema nisikuulize juu ya madem. Kwa nini utaki nikuulize juu ya dem?
Why do you not want to abstain?
What does that even What do you mean abstain?
And from information mimi nilimaliza kuweka zangu zote. Na story madem mimi abstain.
Whatever man. I have refused. I have completely refused. But anyway, so mimi nimeshinda. Hebu toa yako na nitoa yangu. Mimi najua
umeshindwa. Okay. Ona hata yangu.
Okay. Sawa, umeshinda.
Yes.
Sasa sijui utaenda wapi tukufanyie nini?
Ile kitu tufanye ni ETV sifungwe. Hata tukisema Kenya yetu ndio, yani wacha nikwambie kitu moja. Hata tukisema tu kweli that our country is the best country in the world. Country yetu peke yake ndio sasa iko na threesome. Yani sisi peke yetu ndio tuko na urezo wawili at the same time. Yani wa Kenya maprezo wawili yani wanatohandle tu hapa back to back. Unye kimada ni agwas kimada unye threesome country.
Oh my god. Who says that?
Our country is the best.
Anyway, so kuna ulizo Origi alafu ulizo Samantha amani.
Samantha haiwezi.
Haiwezi?
Samantha, wewe nikuulize, imagine unajua Samantha ametengenezwa na mkono ya binadamu. Alafu ni my electricity na ETC. So niambie umeingia kwa keja na ulisa ukitoa Samantha kwa electricity. Wewe umeingia tu umekata maji nini Samantha, steam imelost imerudi imekutana na wewe my electrocution unaanzia wapi? Shock nini umedunda chini?
Watu ukiambia ukijaribu kuexplain ya wase wa ushago
ati Samantha ilipiga shock wanaisikia wapi?
Wanashindwa what is it?
Mimi hiyo idea Samantha lakini idea Samantha si mbaya sana kwa madem. Wasilete tu chali.
Mimi naona walete. Kwanza kulikuwa na mwingine anaitwa Gikonyo, sijui kwa limuona.
Sitaki kuona Gikonyo. Why? Because watoto wetu madem tutawapatia kwa machali gani?
Akina Gikonyo.
Machali ndio wako na ubao.
Mafisire
waandole ma plastic na ma robots za kina Samantha.
Okay.
Sawa. Lakini kwa machali watu excuse tu yani. Hatunidi ma competition na ma robot.
Oh gosh. Anyway, but here's the real thing though. His brand new song with Calligraph Jones Casayole, one of the biggest club bangers out right now, is on YouTube. Make sure that you go and you watch it. And of course, Wembe featuring Otile Brown was one of the most requested songs for you to perform. So I'm going to let you do that. Then we take a break. When we get back, we talk about something that has been extremely controversial this entire week. Don't go anywhere. This is
Wait, let a microphone to perform Wembe manze na
Wembe, ulieka huko
microphone ndio tuliweka down chichi. La sasa juu nimewin napewa nini manze?
Makofi. Na kulikuwa na exposure. Si nimekuwa expose?
Niko exposed mbaya sana. Mimi na usulisema na kwanga ndebe. Very exposed.
Guy God.
Bouncing baby boy. Run it.
DJ JR.
Magic's anger on the beat.
Alright, so Otile Brown, Kasabuni, na akulen kama baduko dining, na adik kama baduko farming. Sasa tuko jamming. Wendo na wakata wembe. Wendo na kata wembe. So wendo na wakata wembe. Wendo na kata wembe. Wembe. Twende tena Wembe. Zaga yule dem chupa. Ate zaga umewaka mate mimi nataka ndo timi acha chit chat madem keep out around there me crash off there 1 2 4 madem keep out there so hound on nataka so na give it to them walk it this I mean I give it to them it happen no and I want it again Lord me I give it again some of them do kabisa in time na mabati man how many parcels hey mabati man kasi girl them me no touch nobody man kasi super the shorter the monkey the longer they take my nigga so my damn man up in the village dimina delay naga dimina delay pull it up there give me next track one time yo oh my god hey Timothy niko na tela kwa hizi mashida
DJ
tela
JR.
So hey baby utadum saki come to you ana ganji mob na na give to you mimi niko kwa stage mimi nangoja matatu niende kasabundo ni come to you baby nakupenda hey leo mimi naenda hey kusaga hizi hela hakuna kuteseka pulo cheki wase wangu naona nikitoka hapa naingia MKU Thika ile university tunaenda kuchafua kama uko area ya Thika come through follow TMT that social media all through au sio boom
week. Ooh, well, now I got to win. So I'm particularly excited because, well, you know, I'm a lady, so I really like Valentine's Day. I'm a hopeless romantic. And I know that there are very many women out there, ladies, and even guys as well, who do appreciate and value St. Valentine's Day. So in as much as, yes, you need to show appreciation and love for your loved one every other day of the year, Valentine's Day is a special day, people. We know that, you know that, I know that, okay? And next week, we're going to be giving away some amazing stuff, okay? So shout out to Mesmerize Kenya, who had this gorgeous arrangement. Look at that. Ooh, the trend loves you. And this arrangement, we're going to be giving them out next week on the show. How gorgeous is that? Can you see it? It's so heavy. Wa-la-la-la-la-la-la. There you go. How beautiful is that? And they have it in so many different shapes and sizes, whichever one you want, a love heart, anything at all. They also have, you know, gift baskets that they're going to give us. And then they have this beauty gift box as well. It has some incredible stuff somewhere inside. There it is. And we just want to thank, so it's the Beauty Box by Dee, and Dee started doing this business about 2-3 years ago, and inside you have so many things. In fact, this is what I use to remove my makeup, which is so random because it's not like, I wasn't marketing that, but it is. So you just have different things, so you can sort of curate the box depending on your friends, you know, your loved one, whoever it is that you want to gift based on what it is that they like. And we're going to give away most, you know, a lot of these stuff next week. So there's going to be more. There's going to be more. It will go to tunaonyesha, tunaitwa tasting, alafu to tease to next week. So the hashtag is Hey Amina. Christine, what unasema nini juu ya kompe yetu manzeni? Mimi nilishinda lakini sawa.
Well, about your competition sitaongelea sahi. Let me just talk about the meme challenge. The man anasema kwa hotel, Chini how much? 150. So they ask na mandazi 70 na skari. Skari unapewa bure. So unachukua kidogo unaenda nayo. T akisema hataki Samantha, hashtag Hey Amina. You just walk away. Denzo Rigi is saying, ukienda show or performance, uambiwe unalipwa na exposure, inabidi umejisort. We're just talking about that earlier. And then this is a very nice comment from Lon, who says, I'm an American citizen living in Peoria, Arizona. I stumbled upon the trend a few months ago after becoming enthralled with African culture. I love the entertainment and positive vibes that your show brings into my living room. Thank you. Yes, that is so sweet. So keep watching. I mean, guys are watching from a diaspora. Macharia is saying, ukisikia you're about to be deported na uko na tabia za January. Yeah.
That's true.
So keep them coming, and like I said, we'll be choosing a winner at the end of the show. So remember to use the hashtag meme challenge so that I can be able to see all your comments. Amina?
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Christine. Please do keep on sending it through. The hashtag is Hey Amina, and Christine will definitely be reading some of those comments for us. Now, the Kenyan modeling industry is known to be made of glamour and glitz and elegance, but there's, you know, more than meets the eye, because that's not all. Former Miss Kenya World, Sheila Kanini, is one beautiful model. She has amassed experience and reputation all through her career, from the time she was crowned to now, working with some of the leading brands and agencies in the country. Now, she took to social media very bravely to uncover the filth in the Kenyan modeling industry, talking about default payments and sexual assaults, and you know, it's just, it went on and on and on, and it's been trending for the past 2 days via the hashtag PayModelsKE. Joining us now is Amal Abdul, Sheila Kanini, and Victor Olilo to talk about models to be paid, you know, sexual harassment and a whole lot, and we want you to join us as well and talk about it. So welcome to the studio, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here and bravely so sharing your stories. So I saw both of you, so Amal and Sheila, I saw you guys talking about this online. Now, were you not scared that you're going to be victimized and not get casted again?
Well, you see, somebody has to say something, yeah? So I was ready for anything. So I just decided it's better not to get the jobs than to keep quiet and continue going through what you were going through. It's basically mistreatment. Yeah.
So you did this yesterday, no, the day before yesterday, and Amal, you tried to talk about this 3 years ago, but you were shut down in such a cruel way. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I tried to talk about it 3 years ago, and they shut me off by telling me I was ugly, and I thought I was all this, and everything else was in my head. But actually, in reality, I was nothing in the industry.
Oh, you guy. What were you trying to talk about exactly at the time?
Same thing, to pay models,
yeah,
and not use them for exposure and all these other stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Now, a lot of people online maybe thought that this is something that only affects female models, but then Victor, as you so told me right before we started the interview, this affects male models too.
Well, it does affect male models, yeah. Generally, we are all models. Usually, when we're cast, we're all cast together. So when the exploitation is going on, we get affected as well. When the payments are delayed, we also don't get paid, yeah? So the times, even when it comes to the sexual harassment, at times we also face it. It's just that we really don't speak out about it as much. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so good that you're speaking up now. You have a 2-month-old son, yes?
Daughter.
Daughter.
Yes.
And you were saying that there's another job that you did before.
Yes. Actually, interestingly, we did the same job with Sheila. And the agency was Isobar. Yeah. And this is a job that was done last year in May. Like we did it in May. We've been through like an entire pregnancy. My daughter is turning 2 in about a week, 2 months in about a week. And throughout this time, we've sought some form of communication. We've gotten nothing out of it. So all through this process, we've been patient enough to wait for like the entire production process to end. It's gone through, the ad has been running. It's already been over a month, and we're still being given notices of wait for another 2 weeks or wait for another week. So how much longer are we meant to wait? What if that's the money I was actually depending on? Because you also consider the contract is binding in that it says I cannot promote any other brand that actually is in the same line. But you're not keeping me on a retainer. So once you pay me and you're not paying me like at a premium rate, that means even if another company approaches me, then I can't earn my keep.
And why have you never thought of like approaching the brand directly and being like, listen, so there's a middleman who's yani manze anakula tu idona tupati.
You see, the problem is these guys actually warn us. They're like, don't speak to the client, that's not your part. But then for us, we decided to actually speak to them, and then we were called for a meeting, but I didn't attend. And I heard that guys were told that it's wrong to do that and we should be patient. But us guys, we were so patient, it got to a point we were like, okay, what's happening? The ad is already running. It's actually a cliche ad that's everywhere. I mean, everyone thinks that you're swimming in money, and at that point, nobody has paid you. It's so wrong.
That is true. Yeah. You're on billboards everywhere. We're seeing you in ads every 2 minutes. Every 2 minutes. Hey, wendo nalipa renti mwezi, wendo nalipa nini na nini. Let's talk about, you say that you're paid with, food, transport, exposure, right? But many would argue that this is how a lot of people start in, different industries, and it's not unique and specific to only the modeling industry. What do you say to that?
I think, okay, if you're starting, then that's okay. But we can't have the same trend going over for 3-4 years. I can't be in the industry modeling for 5 years and I'm still being paid with exposure or food and water and things like that.
Yeah, food and water. And that doesn't, it's just like, no. Also the other misconception is that modeling or models are all beauty and no brains. What is your response to that, Victor? I think maybe that's why you guys were getting a lot of there were some people who, had some negative things to say. Maybe that's why.
I disagree, yeah? Because we have a lot of intellectuals within the modeling industry, yeah? It's just that that was the passion we chose to go after. Personally, I actually have a bachelor's degree in international relations, and other people have different degrees in different fields, yeah? The people who have achieved as far as a master's. And it's really not about the education bit, yeah? It's about what do you want to do? What do you want to achieve?
Yeah.
Yeah? If this is the industry, or this is the line I wanted to choose, this is the path that I wanted to go through, then you should not stereotype me based on what guys are saying. Yeah?
Yeah.
if guys like even took the time to interact with most of us, then they would get to actually understand that we actually have other things that we do. We have other achievements beyond just modeling. Yeah, so I think people should move away from that stereotype that models are dumb. The reason we got into modeling was because we couldn't succeed anywhere else. We can actually succeed in any other field, but this is the path that we chose for ourselves.
Yeah. And then also something else that people think is models are only the runway models, but then it's really anyone who's advertising, mafuta, ile chumvi, majani ya chai, really just anything. That's the model that we're talking about, right? I actually didn't know this, I guess maybe because I'm not in your industry, but there are so many things that happen during auditions, and also you called out whether or not pageants are genuine and honest and true. Sheila, expound.
Well, up to this point, I've taken part in like 3 pageants. Not because I really like doing it, but because you can't stop. You take part in one pageant, there's drama in that pageant and stories behind it. You hear there was a predetermined winner, but there's nothing you can say about it. I mean, you take weeks, you go for like training, you waste your time there, and at the end you hear that somebody had already been chosen, which is very bad. And then you see now the rest of the girls, from the stories I had, because after I posted online, people like other models were contacting me, telling like their part of the story.
Yeah.
So
and what are the stories? That's what I want to know. What are the stories? What do they go through? What happens to them?
So many girls tell me that these pageants are usually mostly fake. They just go there and they're paraded in front of old men. They come, decide to select some of the girls, which is very wrong.
At what point is this that they're paraded? I've been there for some of the pageants. You mean, is there like an exclusive event other than the pageant itself?
Well, speaking from experience, sometime in 2015, Amal and I, we took part in some pageant. And then before the pageant, actually like it was a day before?
It was a week before.
A week before the pageant, we were told there's going to be a sponsors ball. You see, at the back of my mind, I was thinking probably we'll find guys like big brands like Safaricom coming to support the event, and probably like,
or like
NTV,
corporates.
like corporates basically, yeah.
Okay.
But then when we got there, we find a bunch of men, and then you're told you have to interact with them, tell them your stories. And Amal and I were just seated there. So they're like, no, you can't talk to one guy together. Everyone has to find their own guy. So us guys, we started asking ourselves, okay, so what exactly is this? So I told the guy, I need to leave. He's like, you see, this attitude of yours will make you not go far. Yeah?
Okay.
Because you have to be out there, yeah? You have to expose yourself to learn new things for better opportunities. These are the men who will take you places.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now, Victor, how come you've never, has anyone of you ever taken legal action? Maybe, sued any of these brands or event organizers?
Well, I've considered it, yeah. Though, in Kenya it's really difficult because one, for us to be able to actually succeed when we take such action is that we all have to be able to stand as one.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have to stand with one voice.
Yeah.
I can't present a case if I don't have other cases to back it up. So sometimes, like these agencies or the people who are involved will go behind, and the moment you mention legal action, they'll threaten all the other affected parties. So you'll find that if you proceed with it, you will be on your own, which means your case isn't as strong as it would have been if you had multiple cases against more or less the same issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it becomes very difficult.
Now, is there like maybe a place that models go once they get into the industry where they can go and to avoid the exploitation, you go and you just learn tools of trade. You understand, this is how you negotiate for your contract, and this is, are there industry rates that maybe you should know about? Is there any sort of like, there's nothing like that?
Oh, well, it depends.
Yeah.
Okay. Personally, at least, fortunately, the agency that I'm signed under actually took us through all that.
Yeah.
There was training through that, and there's even like we have assistance in that. But you see, not every model begins in more or less a legit agency. Yeah? So most of them will find all these sham agencies who will take advantage of them and exploit them. That's why, for me, I can't really put a timeline to how long I've been a model, because there's the process where you go through all this before you actually come to the point where you discover that, oh, this is right, this is wrong, this is legit, this isn't. Yeah? So there are a few legit agencies that will actually take you through the whole process. But there are others that actually take advantage of young people wanting to go ahead and be models. And unfortunately, there's so many people who are desperate enough to do whatever it is to actually make it up there.
But it's not really a desperation thing, though. If you think about it, it's that I'm broke now, and I'm hoping that if I get through this phase, I will make a better life for myself and my family.
Yeah, it's because you're hungry for success. Same in any other career, everyone will want to be on top. It's the same thing. But for some models who are new, they can get like photographers and stylists who maybe do projects with them to get portfolios and guide them step by step. That's how I got into the industry. So a few lucky models maybe might get to the right path with some photographers and stylists.
How do you feel that some people don't think this is a real job, and maybe that's why they don't take it as seriously as a plight? Oh, listen to us here, what we go through, here, what we are going through rather.
Okay, you see, people need to understand that these big companies make millions out of the images that they take from us. They make like a lot of money. Because like, I mean, when you go for a shoot, you might just find yourself somewhere in like 3 countries. And from the contract, it clearly stated it's just going to be here, and they don't care. And they know that models are very naive. Because for sure, there's very few models who actually have like lawyers to back them up.
Give them legal advice.
To give them legal advice. Basically, models don't know their rights. That's why people are taking advantage. The entire industry is just full of exploitation and greed, which is so wrong.
I'm so sorry. All right, so let's take a look at what you were saying right now on social media. The hashtag is #HeyAmina. Christine.
Yes. This fascinates on a light note. Andrew Maxwell saying, when it's January and you're modeling at a posh hotel and promoters delay your payment.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, but seriously though, Abdul Aziz Haji saying, there's a lot going on behind the scenes in as far as exploitation of models is concerned. Some of them experience extreme cases of sexual harassment, which they don't report for fear of image destruction. They should come out and narrate their painful stories. Yes. And Lennis Njagi saying, modeling should be a job like any other, and you can't pay people with food, fare, and exposure. Chad Ali saying, shout out to my homie Victor Olilo, good debate. Modeling is a paying career elsewhere. Why not here in Kenya? And this is just a retweet. The exploitation of the models is a scandal and a crime. The painful expose of Sandra Joan should not be taken as just a passing cry. It should be followed up and dealt with by industry players. We must all unite to bring to an end the exploitation of models. And this is her tweet. She had said, I just remembered I walked in front of presidents and first ladies at KICC and the Nairobi National Museum in 2015 for a designer who never paid us, left the country and stopped responding to emails and WhatsApp messages. My heart broke afresh. And this is just one of the stories that models are telling. Yes, and now I think we can go to the meme challenge. Proud Mary saying, ukisikia Slay Queen akisema anataka a sweet guy this Valentine.
Oh gosh. So keep on sending it through. The hashtag is #HeyAmina. That's for the meme challenge. Thank you so much, Christine. Now, excuse me. Now I know that this is something that creatives in general go through. Now, if you're in the arts industry, photographers, actors, singers, I know these are things that you go through where someone tells you, Fanya hivi, you have to sleep with me so that this and this goes through and this happens. So if you are in that industry and you feel like maybe, you know what, we want to come and talk about it, please do let us know. Let us know, and we want to have you on the show as well. The hashtag is #HeyAmina. So as we, finalize, guys, because of course at some point we have to end this discussion for now. Let's talk solutions, Sheila.
Well, when it comes to solutions, we need to educate models, Some lawyers have actually reached out to me. They're offering free legal advice to models. You can check out on my Twitter. I have put like I've put a handle where you can put in your information and then we'll contact you. You can tell us your story and then we can just help you.
Yeah. All right. Amal?
It's the same thing, just educate. You educate them about contracts, lawyers, and that's it. Then we can deal with the rest after that.
Yeah, and the rights as well. All right. Victor?
For me, I appreciate the fact that the government included the arts into the ministries, yeah?
Yeah.
So I think it shouldn't stop there. I believe like the government should actually come out and find a way in which they can protect us, not just as models, but as artists, because there are a lot of creatives who are suffering out there. Photographers, creative, like content writers and all that. So everyone wants to actually get out there. We do so much for people, for like agencies, for brands, and the work that creatives do is actually what pushes these brands forward.
True.
But the middlemen are taking advantage of that and like going behind the term exposure will take you far, or I'll introduce you to this other person, and yet they're getting paid and we're not, and yet we're the ones who are actually being used to like more or less further their agenda.
Yes.
Yeah, so I believe the government should actually more or less find something that they can do in order to cushion us from all this exploitation.
Yes. All right. And may the conversation not end. Can we continue talking about it? Sheila and Amal, you're very, very brave, by the way, and Victor, so are you, for going on online, knowing very well that there might be a lot of backlash, and you still did it, and you said, you know what, if I never get casted again, I'm okay with that. And I think that's very, very brave. You need to stand for something. You know what I mean? The greed and exploitation that has been going on in the modeling agency, in the modeling industry rather, is something that is now being talked about online. So you can join in the conversation. The hashtag is PayModelsKE. If you have an experience that you want to share as well, you could do that. Follow them on social media at Sheila Kanini to find out more. Is that okay? Yes, thank you so much for coming through. All right, so now we do have my very good friend Nameless is going to be checking in. I'm looking forward to sitting down and talking about a lot of things. I have so many surprise questions. He's not even ready. But before that, Pascal Tokodi and I do this thing every week where we go to the streets and sing our hearts out very, very awkwardly loudly. This is what we do every week. Take a look.
Welcome to Street Karaoke.
Karibu wewe na wewe.
And you.
Na wewe pia.
You as well.
Karibuni nyinyi wote to Street Karaoke. Mbele yangu itaibiwa sasa hivi.
Anyway, so one of my favorite songs is
Ask my shoe. Ask my shoe.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Uliza kiatu. Uliza kiatu. Nagaderi. Tafuna. Uliza kiatu. Uliza kiatu. No one, no one, no one. Lazizi wangu we.
Kenyana na mahulo na sae na kuwaza my baby.
Nakuwaza my baby.
Ole malala kulona
Silali. Nikikuona na wengine nashikwa na wivu. Naomba unipe namba yako nikuvutie. Nikupeleke
Java.
Tunywe kahawa. Tukizuba duba duba. Duba 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 duba. Baby, you inspire me. Inspire me.
Baby,
you inspire me. You inspire me. Baby, you inspire me. Inspire me. Inspire me.
Baby, you
inspire me. You inspire me. Baby, you inspire me. Inspire me. Inspire me. Baby, you inspire me. You inspire me. Inspire me. You inspire me. No one, no one, no one. can get in the way of what I mean. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, sing. Oh, 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 oh.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Beautiful like
diamonds in the sky.
All right, I was just looking at social media. And people are just like, what? Amina, nini niyo mnaimbanga kila saa. Akia Mungu listen. I'm just right here. I'm just trying. Anyway, you're watching The Trend. The hashtag, by the way, the one we were talking about before was Pay Models KE. It is something that's been happening online. Please do take a look at that hashtag. Models have been going through a lot. It's very unfortunate. I cannot believe that they have been sexually exploited, and they have to, you know, a lot of them have shared their experiences of sexual harassment. Very unfortunate. All right, so now joining me in studio now is a very, very good friend of mine who's always very early and constantly keeps time after all of these years in the game.
Yeah.
Mwanski.
Yeah.
Itakwaje?
I was on time.
Namba ulikuja at 8.
I was here ready.
Ulikuwa unakuja TTT ama The Trend? Ulikuwa
The
unakuja?
Trend. But niliambiwa 8 nikakuja 8.
So good to have you.
I'm happy to be here, my
Have you
dear.
been?
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
good. Yeah.
I'm so happy to see you.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Well,
Good to see you too.
Good to see you too.
Yeah.
Good to have you. Anyway, now every time I see you, it's always a good time.
Yeah.
And despite how long you've been doing this, you, me at the call me age. Do you get that? Do people tell you that?
Actually, you're not growing old.
Yeah.
Yeah, lakini timu yameongea vibaya. Nimeona akiongea vibaya hapa. Yeah, I was here at 8.
Oh yes. It's like, oh.
Sijui nini, sijui manamba nini. Yeah, but you know, I guess I love what I do.
Yeah.
And it keeps me young.
Yes.
My kids keep me young.
Yes, they do.
My wife.
Yes.
So, so that keeps me, keeps me happy and young. Yeah.
So let's talk about the kids. How are they?
Oh, they're good. To me, so not 10 years now. No, 11. Guy.
Where does the time go?
Yeah. Nyakeo, 4.5 years old. Wow. To me, so nowadays, she even helped me choreograph something.
Dancing?
Yes.
What?
She choreographed some of my moves that I end up in videos. So, yeah.
Is she the one who's, you know?
Yeah.
Does she have does she write songs? What is she doing now?
Yeah. She writes songs. Sometimes when I'm going to wife like, hey, this one so we can just see but this one.
Oh yeah, like he can go you.
She's really good in writing. So we're encouraging her for now, and then and dancing.
Yeah.
I noticed that every time I play my music, she comes with some moves. Nanunua moves mbili tatu hivi. Namnunulia pizza. Kwa ngoma.
Yeah. Oh gosh. You know this, I don't know what interview I was watching. I don't know if it was John Legend. There was an R&B musician who said that they had to really explain to their children when they see them on set with another chick and another.
Yeah.
Did you ever have to go through that?
Yeah, I went through that. When I did like African Beauty, that's like 3 years ago. Yeah, about 3 years ago. She was like 7. At that point, I realized now I need to explain. Before that, she didn't really know. She used to just see, watu wananisalimia, hey dad, mbona unajua watu wengi hivyo?
Governor, nini.
Yeah, so that's the first time I sat her down in the edit suite. And I told her, you know, check it out and see. And she checked it out, and I was like, you understand this is acting, right?
Yeah.
And she was like, so I said, do you have an issue with it? She's like, no, in fact, I think it's really cool. The only issue I have is why aren't you singing to one chick?
Yeah. Oh, you're singing to many.
Yeah, African Beauty had many chicks.
Yes.
Yeah, so her issue was that I should have been singing to one chick. So she understands that it's acting. Yeah.
And you're like, Mommy, that's noted. In my next video, I will
so inspire. I was like, one chick. I don't want issues.
Yeah, in the video. So, and you know, being married in this industry is crazy, and this is everywhere in the world. It's a whole different situation when everyone is judging you. Look, it's their business.
It's their business, and it's tricky.
Yeah.
Because marriage in itself is not that easy.
No, it's not. By yourselves when no one knows you at all.
Yeah.
You know.
So every move you go through, every situation you go through, being under scrutiny can be challenging. But I always say I also have an advantage that me and my wife are in the business, because she also understands my pressure. I understand her pressure, so you know we kind of like understand what we should share and what we shouldn't share. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're very protective of the family.
Yeah, you really are. Hata sijai kuwa na social media. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
We're
and
very
it's so funny.
protective.
There's a time, you know, this is kitambo venye tu inspire litoka. Alafu kadilisi ile video wa huwa alikuanga hapo. Hey, I'm a dance owning my property, and it became a story. And she's your wife, bruh. Like.
And guys are like, what the hell's going on? And
like,
she's my wife, man. I'm alright. I can do this.
I can do it.
Wait, manzi hakuna nini? Vaseline?
Kwa nini umepata
I'm struggling. I'm really struggling. Wait, hakuna Vaseline manzi hapo ndio nisaidiwe.
Unafanya ni Vaseline.
Huh? Ati?
God help me. Anyway, so tutafutia lip balm, but in the
Hebu
meantime.
nitafutie ka lip balm hapo tuendelee hapo.
Kwa nini umepata?
I don't know, man.
I think it's because you're licking your lips so much, like
No, it's not that, man. It's like I don't know. I'm feeling like ama niko sawa.
Uko sawa kabisa.
Niko sawa,
Maybe we should ask your female fans. I am not sure what's happening with my brother Monski here. The hashtag is here. Yani mpaka wamepata mafuta.
Wamepata Vaseline. Hebu lete. Hebu nitupie hapo.
We pay here. And you hide that.
Usijali.
Mimi sijui kwa nini anawadanganya.
Usijali.
Ni Arimis anatumia. Hebu muone. I can't believe this.
Sawa. Mazao niko nasikia tu, how do I bring this up?
Yeah.
But sasa ikafika place I had no choice.
Umepaka ndevu sasa. Also, I don't think this is what people do live.
Okay, sorry.
Okay,
so niko sawa. Okay, Paul, I apologize.
Kuzoeana.
Now
But
let's,
okay.
tuendelee.
It's okay. But yeah, so upanguza hapa kwa ndevu. Yeah.
Niko sawa?
Hapa juu. Yeah, so sawa. Anyway, amepaka mafuta ya kupika, lakini ni sawa, I guess. So it's all right. It's fine.
Yeah, as long as I'm feeling all right, I'm
You're
good.
feeling good now?
Yeah,
Are we fine?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Niko poa.
So let's talk about Wahu now being a gospel singer.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, how was that? As a family, I bet it was a family decision. Or it wasn't?
I mean, it was her decision. Like, she's like, this is the space I'm in. And it's all about supporting each other. So whatever inspires you as a person, as a creative, you know. So she's always been saved. But in this particular case, she's like, you know what? I'm really feeling that I want to sing about my salvation and all that. And I was like, you know, you do your thing, we support each other. Yeah. So it's not really different because she's always been like that. Yeah, it's just that it maybe wasn't translating to the music, but this particular time she's in that zone. So tunasupportiana tu.
Manze, lakini itakuwa awkward.
Awkward nini wewe?
Ngoma zako umeona video kwa volume. Uko tu hapo kuna kwa niliona video behind the scenes. So uko tu hapo uko tingisha.
Atiti, sasa hizi mawatu gani ungeza hapa?
But
sasa nini wewe nini wajaribu ku
because the video, you know, I mean, it's just secular. It's secular. Different. Yeah, I mean, you're a secular artist, right? So it's, I mean, it's very different.
It's different. What's different?
That you're secular and she's gospel. See, it's not awkward.
No, it's not awkward because we've always been like that. You get, yeah. So I think what I feel and what I believe is we have different aspects of our lives. We have love, we have a spiritual side, we have a hustling side, you know. And I feel it's important to sing about the different things that people can relate with, you know. So I don't see why it would be a problem for you to sing about, you know, having fun. Volume in this case is about a fight and music. And the song I sang before that was about patriotism, you know, and then you can sing about, you don't know it? It's called OY.
Oh, why, right?
Oh,
na,
why?
na, 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 oh, why?
Yeah.
A
that
very
one,
timely song, too.
Yeah. So those are the kind of questions that were there, and you want people to reflect as an artist, like how do I, you know, transform guys? So so she's in that zone, and you know, that's the best time because that's what's inspiring you, that's what's motivating you, and in marriage. You learn to respect each other's differences and paths and support each other in them. Yeah, over time.
Monday, you know, Valentine's is coming up, Nicholas. Hey, do you normally feel pressure for these kind of things? At this point,
I used to feel pressure those days, but nowadays to like going,
Happy Valentine's Day.
Tuko sawa, yeah, and things. You know, expectations after sometimes in Anzaku.
Yeah.
To settle. Let's be real. To zina settle. Mwanzoni kukoto, hey, this is going to happen, and then the horse is going to come, and then the sun is going to set to the back, and you know, happen you know, yeah. And then it'll be snowing, but then it will be warm. Hey. And then when you're alive.
You're making it all happen.
Yeah. Unaingia sasa?
Yeah.
Unaanza ku. Unainisha poa, so after some time.
But have you always been like, what kind of guy are you? Are you a romantic guy? From the music, we think you're romantic because you have a lot more, you know, love songs. And
yeah. I'd say I'm above average.
Okay.
I'm a high.
Yeah. You do okay. You do okay. Christine, what are people saying about Monski and his Adimis moment on the show?
First of all, they're talking about his shades and hair. Teresa Mburi is saying, I'm being nameless at Kofia and shades. He has been in the industry for 10 years and I've never seen him without those two, the Kofia and the shade. I don't know if he'll agree to take them off.
What has it over? No? Is it a car?
Just like that?
Okay.
Has it they never come out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Kwani kuna nini? Uko na kisogo kubwa?
No, niko sawa.
Yeah? Forehead thing, you know? Unaficha nini chini ya hiyo kofia unataka kujua? Anyway, Christine, any other question?
Yes, there's a question here from Sami Wafula asking Nameless something new. What is he working on?
Okay. Let's talk about volume.
Yeah, I just dropped volume like two weeks ago.
Yeah.
I got a lot of stuff that I'm releasing, so hopefully if everything goes well, quite often I'll be dropping new tracks. So this is going to be an exciting year for me and my fans.
Yeah. It's a big tune. It really is a big tune. All right, so now for those of you who haven't seen Volume, we do have a little snippet.
Oh, you do?
We're going to play, a snippet, of course we have to.
Oh, nice.
Volume, I really like it, and then we get back and then you can talk some more about it. Oh, talk some more about it. Take a look. Volume, Nameless.
Anasema I'm running her crazy. Ongeza volume, ukiongeza volume, anaanza kucheza kidogo, anaanza kugeuza hiyo kiuno, shida zetu kupunguza uzito, anaanza kusonga na mdundo, she can't resist it ni kifungo, cheki vile ana move is a hits bro, sasa tumeweka bifubando, ongeza volume, ongeza volume, ongeza volume, ongeza volume.
I really like it. So that was K1?
That was K1, man.
Hey,
and that location is heavy.
It is.
Like we'd use like barely even half the locations that we could have used.
It's
an amazing place.
Yeah. So I thought it was, initially I thought it was just like DJ Ongeza Volume Situ Jibambe, but there was a deeper meaning to the song too.
Yeah. It started off as, you know, anyone who's been in relationships knows there are times you fight. And in this case, I was just trying to use music to bring people together.
Yes.
Because I've learned over years that when you fight, it's best not to try and talk when you're fighting or when you're angry. You just chill. And then later on, like when you've cooled down, you're like, but Jana, that thing you did, manze. You get my point, yeah? So this song is about, you know, these guys were having a conflict. We're not too sure what the conflict is about, but there was a conflict. And then they're like, you know what? This guy's like, he knows that his girl likes music. So, and I'm your DJ. The music that you're playing is a bit low. Just ongeza volume. Because when you ongeza that volume, she forgets her issues and starts dancing. And then all of a sudden, we forget all those issues. And then now we can.
It becomes a thing. Okay, I really like the song. I'm not saying that because you're here.
Yeah, for real, thanks.
And you must be very fortunate, by the way. After all these years, Nameless, yani bado naimba na bado mnataka kusikia story, na mnataka kusikia ngoma. And something else is also that you really helped Nishinsky come back home. You were like, bra, ebuku janga.
Hey, bro, yeah, I used to tell him, dude, man,
soaring.
like, dude, you need to come back because your talent, we can't just waste it like that. In fact, I used to tell him, if you're not going to come, just send some lyrics and some songs and all that. As we cash in, he must realize, let me just come myself. Because I'm like, if you don't want to come, send ideas here.
Hey, man, manze Mungu pekee ingekuwa ni yako.
Ingekuwa ni yangu,
Hey,
manze.
Nameless. Naam, ogopa Mungu pekee.
Manze.
Anyway,
I'm telling
Christine, do
you.
we have any other questions? Because I, on this other end, have something that I
Yes.
want to do with Nameless. Do you? You do?
Yeah, just before
Uh-huh.
that,
Go
just
ahead.
yeah, like 2 or 3. Steve Matt is saying, a legend, one of the finest and consistent Kenyan musicians have, from days of Salario to Volume. Ask Mr. Madenge what's keeping him going. I celebrate him. Yeah, maybe you'll answer that, or should I go on?
Yes, you can go on.
All right, Mike saying, do you practice what you studied for in university? Ama music has taken over everything.
He'll answer.
Okay.
Yes.
Like we're in a court of law.
I know, man.
Douglas Kiplangat saying, Nameless, what I love about this guy is total maturity. He knows how to carry himself. Other artists need to emulate him. Keep it up, bro. And the last one here is from Zippy saying, Ambia Nameless, you really inspire me for real. Also like the way you keep it local. Some try to be like Beyonce and Jay-Z, of which they'll never be.
They'll never be. They'll never be. So, school. Do you still practice architecture? That's what you do, right?
To some extent, I try to keep in touch with the profession. Meaning that sometimes guys give me a job and I partner with guys who can be there 100% of the time. I just want to, keep in touch with it.
Okay.
But I'll be honest, entertainment is pretty much my main thing. Yeah.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so now I want us to play it's very, very easy. I just want to ask you questions.
Okay.
And based on, so you have two, you can see you have, great, okay.
Okay.
So very easy. So
Have and never.
Yes, it's called Never Have I Ever. It's a very popular game, really, really fun. We just want to get to know you.
I just hope it's not just
We're trying to get to know you.
weird
Don't
stuff.
worry. We're trying to get to know you.
Can't be
so
doing weird stuff on live TV.
no, you can't. You just used Arimis to like oil your face. You're fine. You're fine at this point. You're fine. All right. So never have I ever, and then you just aki guy monski.
Just wait, man. This one you made me tense now.
So I say
okay,
never have I ever done this and this, and then if you have done the thing, you say have. If you haven't, you say never. Very easy, Cindy.
Okay.
All
so
right.
you say never ever, and then I say
yes.
whatever it is. I just
if you haven't done it, you say never. If you've done it, you say have. Okay,
then
so let me help you.
Okay.
Never have I ever on live television applied oil. So I will say never, and you'll say have because you have, right?
Okay, and you've never.
Great. Yeah.
You've never.
No, on live TV. How? What can
Oh.
you on? Adre, niko tu hapa. Adre, welcome to the show.
Oh, okay, I get it. So nimeangusha.
Hapana, ni sawa. Ame keep it real. So nisikia wasema wamesema wanakuenjoy. Have you ever, never have I ever ignored a fan?
Never.
Okay, for me it's both. Sometimes, like when
Me,
you're
if I've ignored, then I don't know I ignored them.
Nah.
No, for real.
No,
Like there are times, skis at there times, naweza kuwa kwa gari yangu, na my music is loud.
Volume. Oh my God.
Nimeka volume. Hey, man,
I want to thank God.
May come through.
For these moments.
Volume on YouTube, by the way, just be checking it out. Anyway, the volume is so high, and probably someone is greeting me, and I say, so I'm just like,
yeah. Okay.
Nah, nafikia nimeignore. Never.
Yeah. All right. So never have I ever Googled myself and checked out what the blogs are saying. Never. I actually hate it. My producer has a problem with me. I'm always like, "Saki kusoma," whatever that is. Never have I ever worn slippers outside the house. Oh my God, so many times that nimekuja tao.
Like seriously, of course.
Eh.
Yeah. At sometimes I walk without my shoes. Yeah.
In town.
Okay, no.
Okay. So, never have I ever eaten KDF. I have national TV. Have you? Triple KDF. Never.
Ngoja, hizo ni ngumu.
Inakaa ngumu lakini ni manda zingine.
That's what I want to be sure which one it is.
Si ngumu, ni manda wengine hapo
Okay. Labda I have and I didn't even know it.
Yeah. Okay. Never have I ever used my celebrity status to get into trouble, to get out of trouble. I have.
Sometimes it come
When
through,
is that
by
one
the
moment that
let's
stands
be
out?
real.
When is that one moment that stands out for you?
That I need it.
Yeah, that you were like, mimi ni nameless, niliambia Cynthia. Maybe not, maybe. Alright, just a few more questions. We have to go and break. Never have I ever pretended to laugh at a joke that I didn't get. Never.
No, I have.
Yeah, all the time.
This thing is confusing, man. I have, yeah.
But it's okay. Never have I ever put gum under the table.
Like Tambo. Like, does that count? Like Tambo when I was like 6 years or something?
Never have I ever gone commando.
Ai, nei.
Kwa nini hiyo kamera imeniangalia mimi bongo? No comment.
No, hakuna kitu kama hiyo. Lazima upik. Na hizo kwa both.
Kulikuwa na story.
Hakuna hizo kwa both.
Story.
There's an explanation, eh?
Yeah, there's an explanation.
Okay,
like,
okay. Do you want to start with the explanation?
Okay, nitakwambia baadaye. All right, so never have I ever received surprised my spouse. Never have I ever surprised my spouse. Of course I have. Yes, never. Never have I ever okay, never have I ever been kicked out of a talent search. Have you?
Yeah.
You have? What happened?
Tulienda hapo, by the way, babe, manze, wherever you are, manze, you know this, manze, it will touch you, manze. Tulienda place ingine for which talent search? One of those star search things. Very long time, hata kabla tujajulikana. And we went there and tuliambiwa tuimbe. We were 2 tenths. I think I was just over 10.
Mulimba pamoja?
Sasa ya akajaribu yake.
Akashindwa.
Akajaribu yake. Tukaambiwa manze. And then you home, mufikire hii story.
Have a meeting.
Discuss amongst yourself. Alafu mufikirie tena, and then after 2 years, so 1 year, 2 years mukam.
What msikuja next year? You were that bad.
But they, I had forgotten that, and she reminded me, and I think unajua some things zinakuwa so traumatizing. Una erase kwa kichwa.
Yes. Umekata kabisa mpaka sahi. So this is the first time you've remembered it. But anyway, thank you so much, Monski. His brand new song Volume is on.
Tumemalizana tena.
Hey. And then there's also Ngoma Festival.
Okay, sawa. Ngoma Festival manze 10th March manze mkwe manze tuna take it back. Throwbacks.
Yes. Nonini is going to be there. We're bringing back.
Nimeona neseno hizo mengia kwa hiyo story.
Majina kubwa on the 10th. Make sure that you go and you watch Nameless. For now, check out his brand new song. It's called Volume. Thank you so much. Happy Valentine's. Hey, ow, that was gonna be back. Your talent show. Why? What is that? I mean, you know, like, anyway, Nisawa, you know what is fine. Keep on keep on sending it through. The hashtag is here, Amina. There's so many Edu Kings, Kissy Finest, Smiley says I'm enjoying the show. Ephraim Ranabaga, I see you as well. Nameless should now go bald. Corrupt Kenya. I see you, man, trying the meme challenge. We're gonna award the winner right after you take a look at this interview that we had recorded earlier with Kwesa, courtesy of Muzoni Drama Queen, the owner and founder and CEO of Africa Novu. So enjoy. Now, he reached, or rather, he got to two incredible, actually, more than two milestones that undeniably solidified his spot as one of the most talented hip-hop artists in South Africa today. And he's with us in studio. Kwesa.
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm alright, yeah?
I had said that I was gonna, like, you know, memorize a few words to say hello, and Swabona is the only one that keeps, am I saying it correctly?
Say it again.
Swabona.
Yep, that's
Am
it.
I saying it right?
Yep, that's
Which one is like the cool one?
Teach me how to
though?
say it in Swahili, baby.
Mambo VP.
Mambo VP.
There you go. There you go.
We've learned two new things.
Yes. Which one is like the hip one that people say, like, yo, what's up? How you doing? Like, how
Hola.
you? Hola.
Yeah.
Hola.
It's always like Spanish, but also you can say fede.
Yeah.
F-E-D-E, like fede.
Yeah. Oh, that's like, what's up?
Yeah,
So
it's
fede.
like that. That's the what's up.
Fede. Fede
Fede
Kwesa.
Fede Nkre.
Welcome to
Good to
Nairobi,
be here.
Kenya. So you've had a busy day, and you've been everywhere and all of that. Have you
Yeah.
had a chance to experience anything, Willie?
The first thing I asked about when I got here was, what's the Kenyan food? I want to eat Kenyan food.
Yeah.
Right? And then I got slapped with a press conference and then this and then that. So, but I haven't really gotten the time to do everything I want, but I really want to learn a lot and see a lot of things while I'm here. It's my first time here, so I really want to pick up a lot of things and learn about just the people of Nairobi.
Yeah.
generally. Yeah.
The culture, the scene,
culture,
the
everything,
renaissance is
you know what I
booming in
mean?
Nairobi.
Yeah, the nightlife, the day life, everything, and the deeper cultural stuff.
A lot of rappers prefer to use playback as opposed to like a live band, which is a whole other
I'm more
experience.
live band. I'm really more live band guy. So it's an entirely different thing. It's not because I felt like if I'm gonna go watch a show and you're just doing the track is right behind you and it's just the track, then I could have stayed at home and just played the CD.
That's
You know what
true.
I mean? Because I did buy the album, so I could just play the CD.
Yeah.
So whenever I give people a live show, it really needs to be totally different from what they already have in their car or their houses in the form of a CD.
That is very true. Now, speaking of CDs and albums, the cartoon, it went platinum, Kwesta. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, it was, I'd been saying it when people were asking me when I was working on it, what are you working on? I'm like, I think I'm working on the best music I've ever done. I think I'm working on the best music I've ever done. I kept saying that over and over. And I think that's how it manifested itself to becoming, you know, it just literally just happened with me keeping saying it often and me obviously practicing it in the studio, you know, and I think it still stands as the best work I've ever done. And it's great that people received it well. You know, I mean, out of just the one album, I think I have like 5 platinum singles on the album, you know, and the album is double platinum. So it's really the how people have received it has been amazing.
But you know, people who are new to the industry, maybe, or you know, the South African hip hop scene, don't know this, but you've been around for 10 years.
Yeah, I have been around for 10 years. The first time my song, well, I've been rapping for longer, right? But why I started counting from 2007 was because it's the first time I heard my song on radio, right? I'm like, okay, then it's official, then people can kind of know who Kwesta is, and that was 2007. So yeah, I've been here for 10 years and really just putting in all the work that's needed, you know, to kind of lay the foundation for whatever this Kwesta right now and wherever he's going, you know what I mean? And for some people, these things happen overnight. For me, it took 10 years. Just is what it is, you know. I don't regret the 9. I learned a lot in the 9, you know. If I could live the 9 again, I would. You know what I mean? So it didn't all lead up to this point. Right? It's all leading to somewhere. It's still going. It's still moving. You know what I mean? That's how I'd like to think of it. So as much as being here, being in an industry for 10 years is a great thing, I'm just thinking of where it's going.
Yeah.
You know, constantly.
And it's going really well because last year was one of the biggest years of your 9, now 10-year career.
Yeah.
And you went ahead, other than having your album go platinum, you had one of the biggest sounds. I say sound because it was a song, but then it sort of brought in this new sound because no one understood it. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
So Good, which is a song that you did with Casper, ended up becoming one of the biggest songs to like sort of revolutionize South African hip-hop sound. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Let's start with, what is Good? It's a beer or something, right?
Yeah, it's like a big bottle of beer, like the quarts, not the smaller ones. It's like the big ones, and what it represents something for me. Right?
Yeah.
It represents it represents a good place in a place. I'm from like the bad side of town, right? I'm from the hood.
Ghetto.
I'm from the ghetto.
Oh, the hood.
You know, I'm from the ghetto, and being as it is, with all the challenges you face from being there and your environment, the one thing that you could gather around that made everyone happy was just that one big bottle of beer. You know, you kind of almost forget everything that went on. So that's what the song was just celebrating. Through it all, we still got this thing that we can celebrate, and we still can laugh about our problems and things like that over this thing. You know what I mean? So it was also something that represented something to me. You know, and how the song became big, I really don't know. So
now we do have Good. Because we have Good, the word, so I keep feeling like I'm shrubbing, right, when I say Good. So we have Good. For those of you who have not had a chance to check it out, you need to do that right now. So when you take a look at the video, it's sort of like everything is sort of playing like in reverse or something. Also, the hashtag is Hey Amina. Hi guys, we have Kwesa in studio. So that's his latest jam. Not latest jam, but actually latest biggest jam called Good. The video is sort of like, it's like I have a lot of songs. It's okay. You could just, that can be one of them. It is all right. But that's pretty lit. The video is sort of like in reverse. Why?
Yeah, because the whole thing is to tell the story of where we're from. I mean, me and Cass also share pretty much the same story in almost everything. Like his mom's a teacher, my mom's a teacher, his dad's a teacher, my dad's a teacher. Right? And we come from like the hood.
It's called Mtaa here in Nairobi. So you say Mtaa. We're from the Mtaa.
Yeah, we're from the Mtaa. You understand? So the whole thing is just the journey, because we start off in some very nice looking house and some cars that look like they're gonna fly and everything. And so we start in the good side of town. And then why we do it in reverse is because we're trying to showcase the trip it took to get to this sort of lifestyle, you know, that we might find ourselves in right now. But it was an entire journey. You know what I mean?
You were at, speaking of the journey, both of you, incredible journey, and you both were at the, filling up FNB Stadium. How was that?
It was unbelievable, man. I keep saying this, and I've been saying it over and over whenever I get asked. It was one of the best shows I'd ever performed in, right? Solely, largely because of the fact that I believed in it, and I believe in the whole movement of Casper's fill-up things. You know what I mean? Because to witness an artist put together so many people in one place to celebrate an entire industry, right? To go backstage and see the whole South African music industry, and then to get on stage, and then on the other side of the stage is the whole South African music industry fans, right? So all of that in one place was just too surreal. So it was an unbelievable show.
Something unbelievable is you working with Wale. On a massive tune. Spirit, my people.
That's really also something that came out just recently, which is also a huge song, right? And now this one was maybe a little bit more planned than Good was. Right? I kind of
like it wasn't so
wanted. I was like,
you didn't just bump into Wale.
I was going for it. I was really going for it. But I mean, before we even made the song, we kind of had been talking about being able to work and things like that.
I think it's really, really cool. It's a very different sound. The entire, I think, Western music society keep on talking about.
I mean, that's the thing. We're trying
sound.
to challenge all of that. We're trying to break this whole thing with now we must just do exactly what the Western music sound is dictating upon us. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with trap music. I love trap music. There's nothing wrong with any other, but I figure there's also nothing wrong with just trying to carve your own way throughout all these different and beautiful sounds.
Yes, that is true. Did you see Rihanna the other day? I think it was at the Grand. I'm not sure where she was, and she was doing we call it guara guara. It has different. You know the dance move, right?
It is the guara guara. Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
So she did that, and I was like, you know what? We are actually the ones dictating.
Yes.
Sound, dance.
From sound, yes.
To wardrobe, if you've seen them on the red carpet.
Yeah, I mean, all I need them to do, I think all we as Africans need them to do is just acknowledge the fact that they're taking this from us, right?
Yeah.
And stop acting like they coming up with all these things. You know what I mean? They just need to say, yo, that's the guara guara from Africa, and this and from South Africa, from where, and this is the sound of this is the indigenous sound of Kenya, if you're going to use that, and this is the indigenous sound of Nigeria. You know what I mean? So as much as they borrow, it's not borrowing if the other person doesn't know, right? Or doesn't get the credit for it. That's stealing. Right? Then it's stealing. You know what I mean? So they just need to literally just man up and go, we took this from Africa.
Yeah, just we took this from Johannesburg. All right, so now listen, before you go, because I want people to get to know you a bit more, right? Right. Okay. All right. So now listen, if you had a boat, right, or like a yacht, what would you name it? Also, you have like 0.01 seconds.
Oh.
To respond.
For sale.
For sale?
For sale.
For sale. Okay.
But S-A-I-L.
Yeah. What celebrity would you rate as a perfect 10?
Beyonce.
Ooh. What is the best and worst purchases that you've ever made?
A car that I didn't need.
Or if you were to change your name, what would you call it? Who would you be?
Mohammed. I don't know where that comes from.
Mohammed?
I just said that. I don't
really?
know why.
As a rapper? Today? All right, so now what body part would you not mind losing?
My head. It's huge.
No, but then where would all these amazing jams come from? If you were a DJ, what would your DJ name be?
DJ Chiver Chiver Chiver.
Yes.
Yeah, DJ Chiver Chiver Chiver.
DJ Chiver Chiver?
Yeah.
All right, so now listen. If you were to be a fighter, right, so you're getting into the boxing ring with Floyd Mayweather, what is the jam that you want to play as you get into the ring?
I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out, an old LL Cool J song.
I'm gonna knock you out. Okay.
Mama said knock you out.
All right. Oh, who's the one artist that you want to meet internationally? Kenyan?
Kanye West.
Kanye West?
Yeah.
Kanye West. Good music.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming through the Questa. Thank you so much. I really do. How do you say like welcome in your language?
Siagwa Mugel.
Yeah? That's a long thing, bruh. Ours is just karibu. Ours is karibu.
Karibu.
Yeah.
You say wamgele gile.
Wamgele gile. Wamgele gile. Questa. We're going to be back with more on The Trend. And he was such a pleasure to interview. You know what's so interesting is that sometimes before you meet some of these celebrities, you have all of these perceptions and you think, you know what, so-and-so, because of how, much success that they have amassed, they must be very rude. Unajua. So you keep expecting maybe utakuwa na madiva moments, nini. So we were just like, you know what, Quest is a big deal right now. He might be a bit, odd. And he wasn't. Oh my goodness, we could not be more further from, the truth. He was such a pleasure. Thank you so much to MDQ and everyone involved in Africa Nouveau for making that interview possible and making it happen. All right, so now as we look at the time, I don't know where it normally goes. I don't know how. It's now midnight, but Christine, we have to find out who the winner of the meme challenge is, okay? So the hashtag is the meme challenge. Every Friday at the beginning of the show, we show you a picture, we share it on social media, and you are tasked with creatively coming up with a caption, and the best one wins. But we are always it's so hard to choose a winner, Christine, Cindy.
Yes, honestly, like right now I'm actually debating which one should win. So they have two very funny ones. Yeah, I don't know. Waweru Mashara is saying, I only date sugar daddies, me.
What? Oh,
okay. You get it? And this one from Proud Mary is saying, ukisikia Slay Queen akisema anataka a sweet guy this Valentine. Some of the guys in the studio have actually voted for this one, so maybe we'll say the winner tonight is Mary Mutua.
Mary Mutua, congratulations. I think that's the first lady who's won.
Yes.
Right?
I believe so.
Congratulations. Congratulations. All right, so now due to time, we can't have our third world problems, which we have it every single week. But as we look at it, again, it's heading to 1 a.m. But I've had such a blast, and I wanted to send a special happy birthday message to our in-house DJ Blessing. We had told him that we have cake